Cultivating Peace, a reflection for the 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Though we often use the two words interchangeably, jealousy and envy do not mean the same thing. I once read about the difference between the two, and the distinction has stuck with me ever since. Permit me to explain it as I understand it. Though these two feelings may result in similar behaviors, they grow from different roots. Put simply, envy starts with the longing for what someone else possesses, be it talent or fame, wealth or influence, luck or opportunity, confidence or faith, even quality of relationship. Provided it stops well short of obsession, you shall not covet. A little envy can be a good thing. It can motivate us to put more energy into achieving the quality of life that we observe in another and desire for ourselves. Jealousy views the array of capabilities and accomplishments in another and perceives a threat to one's own claims. In fear of losing what she possesses of esteem or success, the jealous one works against the other with gossip, slander, plots and ploys behind the scenes, or with outright hostility. Jealousy unchecked exposes the jealous one's sense of inferiority, though he may compensate for this exposure with conceit or aggression. In today's second reading, St. James pairs jealousy with selfish ambition, driving to get ahead for one's own sake, saying that these lead to disorder and every foul practice. Further on, as he examines the roots of conflict, we hear, "You covet, but you do not possess. You kill and envy, but you cannot obtain." It seems that even in matters of faith, amid the community of faith, jealousy and envy can put down roots and grow, bearing bitter fruit. Such is the case in the first reading from Wisdom. The just one becomes the target of the wicked because his holiness puts them to shame. They would rather put their energy into getting rid of him than rise to the challenge presented by his devotion to God. In Psalm 54, we hear about the confrontation from the other side, as the just one cries out to God, "O God, by your name save me, and by your might defend my cause. For the haughty have risen up against me, the ruthless seek my life. They set not God before their eyes." Here again, the enemies choose to conspire against the just one rather than aspire to his example of faith. Jesus inspired both envy and jealousy. Some saw his faith, his power, his healing of persons and communities, and his willingness to confront the status quo, and followed him, hoping to gain some share in his gifts. We can see a little good envy at work in them. Others saw only the threat to their status and ambition. Like the enemies of the just one in Wisdom, they conspired to get rid of him, rather than deal with the last shall be first implications of the reign of God he proclaimed. Envy gone awry and jealousy unchecked seem to pervade the air we breathe. Social disorder springs up like weeds after weeks of rain. The psalmist suggests that we set God before our eyes. Jesus responds to his disciples, caught vying for first position, with a corrective. If anyone wishes to be first, he shall be the last of all and the servant of all. Even the 12 needed an attitude adjustment. St. James gives us a list of virtues to pursue, meant to counteract the default responses that damage community. Purity, peace, gentleness, compliance, mercy, constancy, and sincerity. He speaks of peace as something that must be cultivated to bear the good fruit of righteousness.